Hello everyone. I'm going to be showing you a quick rundown of CompanyCam today. I'm going to go over the high-level basics of what CompanyCam does. So at this point, you should be able to see my computer screen here. And I'm going to be showing you a couple windows here. So this one that we're looking at right here, where my mouse is moving, this is the web version of CompanyCam. So you can always log on to CompanyCam on your computer and see all your projects and photos there. Also, I'm going to direct your attention over here on the left of the screen right here. My phone screen, I'm going to hop into the phone app of CompanyCam, which most of you will be using to take your photos and things like that out on the job site. So I will be hopping back and forth between these two windows, so bear with me there. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, if you haven't done this already, is you can go to CompanyCam.com, click Try It Free, and you can set up for a 14-day free trial and test this out yourself. If you have already done that, you've probably already seen this screen before. So once you've set up your account, just a good rule of thumb is to add your employees to the account, or we call them users right here. So you can either do that right here under the users tab where my mouse is, or you can come over here to this create button and click add new user. So I'll just click on that. And then from here, typically what a user is a person that's out in the field that's taking photos on a consistent basis. So you fill this form out for them: first name, last name, email, phone number, and we will actually shoot them a text and an email to go ahead and download the app and set up their password and everything. We also have user permissions down here at the bottom. So just by default, it sets them up with standard permission, gives them access to basically everything. They just won't be able to see like company billing, for instance, and then won't be able to modify other user accounts. So you can kind of play with these and customize them. You can make them an admin, so they have access to everything. It's kind of up to you and up to that specific user. So you can limit what they can and cannot do. So you'll add every single one of your users. That way, when they're taking photos out in the field, you're going to know three things. You're going to know who took the photo, you're going to know when they took it, and what job they took it at, all in real time, which I'll get to in a second. So I'll come back to this screen here to kind of show you what these things, these different tabs at the top mean. Right now I'm in an empty account, so there's nothing in it. Just like most of you watching this demo will likely not have a whole lot in your account yet. So I'm going to start over here at the phone. So again, like I said before, the app will be on your phone, and you're going to use it basically in place of your regular camera app on your phone. So use the CompanyCam app to take pictures from now on. So the way this works, and what I kind of want you to be thinking about as I'm going to start taking these photos, is who's the first person out on a job site, because that will kind of determine who might be creating your projects for you. So when I open up my app, you're going to see in the bottom right corner here, there's that red camera button. So what I'm going to do is click on that. And then it's not going to, but there's two things that happen here. It's going to be looking for nearby projects. And again, this is a new account, so I have nothing nearby me that's been created yet. So it's using my GPS to try and locate jobs that are nearby me. Since there's nothing nearby, this is empty. So what I'm going to do is create a new project with you. It's going to pull up my map, and it's going to use the GPS on my phone to find me. So here's my pin right there in the middle of my screen, and down at the bottom there's this green create button. I'm going to go ahead and click create, and then there's this little form that's going to pop up. So you can fill out the project name. People do typically a customer name or maybe a job ID of some kind. So I'll just call it CompanyCam Demo. And then from there, you can just make sure the address is correct and everything lines up correctly. It all does. That's 808 P Street is where I'm standing right now. So I will just hit Take Photo here, the red button down at the bottom. And then that's going to pull up my camera screen. So here's where you start taking your photos. And we have a couple different options here. So I'm just going to start snapping around outside my window here. It's kind of a gloomy day. Just taking pictures of random things. So I took about 4 photos here. You can see that by the little photo tray at the bottom left-hand corner, the number 4. And these are all real time. So as I hop back over here to the desktop version, if you're sitting back in the office, you can actually see these photos in real time. So as I'm taking these photos, I'll do that again. So I'm going to snap a couple more. Again, real-time photos. As I'm taking them, they're popping in. And again, as I said before in the demo, you're going to know who's taking it, when they're taking it, and where they're taking it at. So I am taking these photos right now at 808 P Street at the CompanyCam Demo project. So you can see that in real time. So if I hop back over to the phone, as I'm taking these photos, I mentioned this photo tray before. I'm going to click on that number 7 down here left. So I click on that. I'm just going to pull up my most recent photos I have taken. I can click on a photo, and then from here I can do a couple things with it. This little edit tray will pop up on the right, so I'll just kind of go top to bottom real quick. This is for annotations, so all these different tools on the right will do different things. So I can draw a squiggly line, I can write text on there, move that around, just using my finger on my phone. The next one down under that T is a timestamp, just in case you need that for documentation purposes. A little arrow tool. You can write, again, text on here. Basically anything you're trying to point out on this photo, you can use these tools to do so. So you can play around with those and get a little more familiar. You'll also notice it's kind of weird with this white background. At the bottom left, there's this tag, comment, and record. It's 3 buttons down here. I will go left to right with you there. Tag. So if I click tag, think of this as almost like, hashtags on like Instagram photos or for Twitter. They will just add tags to that specific photo, and you can filter by that later. You do have to create tags over here on the desktop version. So if I go to my settings in the top right here under tags, you can create a company-wide set of tags. So you can customize these, and then as I go back over here to projects, you can filter by tags later. So I'll just tag it as before and after and hit save. And now that tag will be applied to that photo. Next one over is comment. So this is for additional notes. If you want to take more notes on the photo, if you have a lot more to say and you don't want to gunk it up with a bunch of annotations, you can take as many notes as you like on this photo. And you'll also notice a few other buttons here. There's this blue @ symbol and this blue microphone. The @ symbol is for mentioning. So you can actually mention your other users to a specific photo, and they will get a notification to go to that photo. So you can kind of have a conversation with your other employees. But they may be at, back in the office or at another job site. They may not be on that job site, so you may have to mention them. So I'll do that real quick. When I hit this @ symbol, there's 2 of us in this 2 users, so we'll pull up a list of your users, and there's only 2 in this account right now. I will just mention myself so you can kind of see how that comes through, and it just pops through like that. And then when you click on that, it will just take you to the photo, which I'm already on it, so it will just keep me here. Next one over is the record button. This is for voice notes, so if I just tap that, I think it gives you about 30 seconds to record a voice note, and when you're done, you just hit stop and you save it. So that's tag, comment, and record there. When I'm all done, I just hit save, and it will take me back to my camera. Again, those annotations will come back to your account in real time, just like this. And everything on the desktop version is the same as well. You can see who took the photo, where they're taking it. You can see the tags and everything. So that's a basic photo feature there. You're going to notice there's some other options at the bottom here. We do have a scanner. If you have documents, receipts, or anything like that, you can scan them into your projects. AR, I'm not going to go over that right now, but we do have AR tutorials at our website that you can go to. I will quickly show you, however, before and after in the bottom right corner here, before and after. Hit get started. And then what's going to ask me to do is choose my before photo. So let's just pick this middle one here. I'll just select that one. Let's pretend this is my before photo. Now I'm going to hit use photo. So what this is going to do is kind of give me an overlay of my initial photo. So what you do when you're done with your project, you can go line everything up, snap the photo, and it will give you some different before and afters. And you'll also notice that it will drop your company logo in on these before and afters. So if you want to use them for marketing purposes, send them to your customer when you're done. We have a bunch of fun different filters that you can play with. We have basic ones as well. Let's just say I like this one. I hit save in the upper right hand corner there. And then what I can do is quickly share this to a customer if I'd like to. So I can text it to them, email it, drop it on Facebook for marketing. Whatever you want to do with it's kind of up to you. Okay, so that's the camera features. Again, it's all real time. These photos are not saving on my device. They are going straight to the cloud, automatically organized by project. So you guys don't have to drop these into a Dropbox folder or anything like that, or bring them back to the office, upload them to your computer. This is all real-time data syncing back, and it's all searchable in real time. So I will show you again how to do that. I'm going to hop over here real quick to the web version again, and just walk you through these tabs and what they mean. So the project tab will just be a list of your most recent projects over here on the left. I only have one in there right now, so I can just click in here and you can see all the photos that I've just taken with you already. You can filter by projects. If I click on that, you can filter by when the project started, when it ended. You can filter by project tags as well. You can filter within the project as well with this little filter scale here. Start date, end date, specific users that were taking photos in that project, groups, which I'll get to in a second, and again, tags. So I can filter by before and after, apply that filter, and then there's the 2 photos that have that tag on it so far. Okay, next one over is the photo feed. This will just be a list of your most recent photos. Just almost think of it as like a Facebook news feed of your company and all the photos taken there. Again, I only have one project here. Here's all the photos I just taken with you in chronological order. You can filter photos as well. Start date, end date, specific projects, who took the photo, when they took it, groups I'll get to in a second. Again, tags as well. Users is the next one over. List of your users. You can edit them, remove them if they no longer work for you, but you can kind of get an overview of how many users you have in your account. Groups, which I was referring to before, this is if you have a lot of employees on multiple different teams. So let's say you have sales team, install crew, or technicians, whatever you might call your teams, you can group them together and filter by that. I'll skip over the map feature for now. There is a search bar here. If you click on that, you can just literally search for anything in your account. So I only have one project at 808 P Street. So if I type in 808P, it will pull up CompanyCam Demo, this project that I just made with you. Okay, a few other features I want to show you. Now that you're getting these photos all in real time, I want you to think about what you're typically doing with photos. What are you using them for? Are you using them for reports for customers, insurance work? Are you sending them to other contractors? Just think of how you're sending your photos and how that process looks. And I want to show you a couple different ways to share your photos externally. So we at CompanyCam have 3 ways to share your photos. So the first way I'll show you is what's called a gallery. So if I click share here, it's going to say share all images. So I'll click on that. It's going to ask me if I want to share my gallery. You can also include who, when, and where the photo was taken if you want to share that information. So I can turn that on. And then it's going to ask me to get a link to the gallery. So to share it, you simply copy this link. You can email it. You can text it, however you want to do it. But just paste this link and send it away. And when someone clicks on this link, here's what they're going to see. They're going to see all these photos. Again, with all the timestamps and location and who took the photo will be there. You can kind of cruise through this gallery. Or you can download these photos and take them with you if you want. That's one way to share. You can also share a gallery. If you don't want to share all the photos, you can kind of, I'll expand this a little bit. You can hover your mouse over the photos and you're going to see these little circles in the upper right-hand corner. So if I click these check marks here, so I'll just select these 5 photos. And then you go to the top here, this purple banner, hit share gallery. It's the exact same thing, but that's just the 5 photos that I selected. Okay, that's photo gallery. Next way to share is up here. Click share. Is a timeline link. So I'll click on this. Again, it's another link. Copy it, send it away. The difference between this and a gallery is this is a live link to your project. So let's say you send this to a customer day 1 of the project and you go back day 2 or 3 and you're continuously taking photos there. You don't have to keep sending the customer links and photos. They're just actually going to see real-time photos right here in the timeline link. So they just have to click the same link you already sent them and they'll see any new photos you already have taken there. Kind of the same thing as a gallery. Now, Next question you might be asking about that is, can you hide photos in the timeline link? And the answer is yes. If you don't want to show specific photos in there, you just click on the ones you don't want them to see. You hit Actions up here, and you just hit Hide in Timeline, and that will put this little eye with the cross through it, so you'll know that that one's hidden. Okay, last way to share. I'll just pick a couple photos here. Let's just say these 3 photos. Last way to share is reports right here. So you can create a new report. And this is a good way for you to be a little more detailed with your photos if you have to be. You can give it a title and a subtitle, whatever that might be. And then you can come here and take notes next to your photos if you'd like to. Save that note. You can also load in comments from the field if you took any. You can also add text blocks as well. So if you want to, give precursors to the photos below or anything like that, you can kind of customize this stuff, and there's all sorts of report options over here that you can play with. You can do 2 things with this report. You can generate it as a PDF and print it out, or email it if you want, and decide how many photos per page you might want, and just email that PDF to yourself. Or, again, you can just quickly share it with a link. That's typically the easiest way to do it. So once you have that link pasted, send it away, and here's kind of what the reports will look like. Again, we'll have your logo, we'll have a cover photo. You can change that cover photo, and all your photos with the notes and everything. So that is the 3rd way to share photos: reports, timeline, and galleries. You can also do this on your phone, which I'll show you very briefly. If I come over here to my phone, the only thing, you cannot build a report at the moment on your phone, but you can share timeline and galleries. So if I click right here, this little share button, if I click on that, I can share the project timeline, or I can share all project images from my phone. I'll just click share all project images. It's going to ask me again to include who, when, and where each photo was taken. I'll click yes, and then just quickly text it, email it, however you want to do that. You can also send individual ones. I'll hop into this project just by clicking on this little banner right here with my finger. To do that, basically just hard press. So I'm gonna hold my finger on this upper left hand photo here. I'm gonna hold my finger on that, and then I can kind of pick and choose which photos I want. So let's just say I want these 4 photos. I hit Actions down at the bottom right, Share Gallery, and that will just, again, send those 4 photos. So yeah, that's the really quick rundown of CompanyCam. One other thing I'll show you over here at your settings. If you go over here to your account, this will be your general information. And then you can add your company logo over here as well. So this is where you drop your logo. I'd recommend doing that as well as you're adding your users and setting up your account. Yeah, there is a lot of other features involved with CompanyCam. So if you want a little bit more in-depth training, we do offer live demos. You can always schedule one of those. We also have live chat support, so you can always chat us, whether that's on your phone or on the desktop version of CompanyCam. You can do it either way. Anyway, thanks for checking us out. If you haven't set up your free trial account, go to CompanyCam.com, click Try It Free. And if you have any questions, you can always just give us a shout on support. Thank you.